Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about one of the biggest problems associated with baitcaster fishing and one of the best solutions in my opinion, which I've just recently discovered solutions. So yeah, let's get into that. The problem is the prices. We all probably seen that a baitcaster, their prices are up there, like up to 200 and more for just the reel. The rod alone over 100. So you'd be looking at a combo for about $300. But recently, I have been doing my research and trying to find a way for you guys, any beginners, any intermediates, anybody who's about to get into a baitcaster. The coronavirus is the perfect time to start looking for new hobbies. So if you guys are getting into fishing or something like that, be sure to watch my previous videos because I have lots of great tips on how to get started. But if you're a little more intermediate, you want to learn how to start fishing like the pros, like bass fishermen, doesn't even matter where you live. I'm more of a trout fisherman. I'm up north, but I still just got this baitcaster today because they work, and we're going to try it today and tomorrow at my pond. Well, not mine, but public pond. It's just really, really close to where I go, so I can just bike there or drive there, whatever I have to do to get there, or want to do or feel like doing, I can do. Anyway, guys, let's get into the solution. Abu Garcia Black Max Baitcast fishing reel. This is insane, guys. This is under $40. It's a compact, as you guys can see. It's very, very high quality. You guys don't see that much plastic. There's plastic here on the ends, but this is like aluminum here. And then they have all this here, which is all metal. And then they have really neat rubber grips here. So even if your hands are wet, you can grip your little reel here. And your hands will most likely be wet if you bring in a fish and you have to release it, or if you're washing your hands off from having fish slime on your hands. But overall, guys, if you're going to invest in a reel that is a bait cast and you're starting, get this reel. This is honestly the best find since actually the beginning of the month when I found a different bait caster, which I ended up buying, and I was like, this will be cool because I'm learning how to use a bait caster. I'm pretty new to bait casters, just like I'm pretty new to YouTube. But it was called the Easy Cast. It was called the Gen Ike Easy Cast, something like that. Gen Ike. It was a bait cast, and it was like red and white, and it was cool looking. The reel was very low quality plastic, could not cast more than 20 feet, and would always like have this little clip on the top that would pop open, and then your line every single time you try to cast would just like and come back into you, which happened to me, and I got a hook in my back, which might be sad for many of you guys because it would have been great YouTube content to see me remove that from my back. It was not pleasant, but that was the cost of getting that trashy reel and rod combo for $46 at Walmart. Not worth it. I would not recommend getting the Gen Ike. Instead, get the Abu Garcia Black Max, because this thing here, they are made by the same companies, but a different guy designed and produced these than the people who made this. And the people who made this did a very, very good job. This has the magnetic drag system. It's got all this stuff. It all seems complicated, but really, the only thing you need to know about a bait caster is when you click this down, your bait will slowly fall down, so you need to hold your line, and as you cast, you let go at the exact same time as you throw it, and that will be the trick to getting your bait or your lure, anything like that, out there with the bait casting. So really, all you need to know is that's how to cast it. This is your drag system here, this little star-shaped thing, this little black star-shaped thing that I can turn here. That is my drag. And this is obviously here. This is the reel. And this I wouldn't mess too much with. This is the second part to the magnetic drag system. It was not on the Gen Ike pole, which was kind of a bummer because it does affect a lot of how to use that. So like this exact same thing was on the Ike, but not this cool thing. So this is actually removable, I believe. I don't know yet how to remove it, and I kind of don't want to remove it because I know it clicks right back into place, and it's super simple. You can find tutorials on how to do that and how to adjust this, but I have it like probably halfway. There's like a little minimum dot and a little maximum dot. It's like just before halfway. That's how I saw the other person from the other tutorial do it. So I was watching a tutorial on how to spool this thing. Since I didn't know how to, this does not come with line, but there are several videos on how to spool and put line on these guys, this exact reel. So it should not be a problem learning how if you do not know already. And I recommend that if you're getting into Baitcast for any reason, maybe you want to try something new, maybe because it's COVID and you're getting bored, good idea to start using this. It does not come with the rod. I had to get the rod separately, but I returned the Genike Baitcaster, so I can't show you guys it today because it was garbage. And I returned it and instead got this couple here. So this is like $37 here for this reel at Walmart, guys. You guys don't have to go to the official. Apparently these are specific to find at Walmart, which is great because normally at Bass Pro Shops or Cabela's or an Academy or whatever you guys have near you, there's a sporting store like Sportsman's Warehouse or something like that, will have bigger prices. So let's talk about the setup I have with this so that you guys can imitate the same setup and catch plenty of fish. What I have here for the rod selection was very difficult, guys. I was looking all around. I found a light. I found a medium light, and then I found a medium, and then I also found an ultralight, which was twice, like it was like 8 feet long, and I was like, that is the longest ultralight, and it was really, really flexy. I just didn't know if that was the right size, if something like that. I just didn't feel like that was what I should have went with. So instead, I went with, I'm going to try and show you guys it, but my wall is right here, so I don't want to bend my rod against it. Here we go. I'm just going to tilt the computer. It's a little glary now because it's near the wall, but there you guys can see what you guys should be looking for. This is the Shakespeare Ugly Stick GX2, and there are many different types of GX2s made. So there's the ultralight, the medium light, medium heavy, all that kind of stuff are made by the GX or the Ugly Stick GX2 models. So all those all GX2s, but this is the kind you're going to want. Right here, 6 foot, medium action. This says 6 to 15 pound line. And the reason I picked this in the end is because I was reading the back of this package here, which has the reel in it. I know these aren't the same brands, but that's kind of the beauty of it, is you can customize and make your own combos. And you can do that with spinning combos as well. I have a Shakespeare GX2 reel on my Abu Garcia Silvermax. That's just an example of a spinning combo that I sort of customized based on not only what I had, but this is actually my most expensive combo now, and this is like $80 total, which is way better than $300. So you guys can see that the gear ratio here is 641, and the bearings is 5. There's 5 bearings. There's like 4 stainless steel ball bearings and then 1 roller bearing. It's a one-piece graphite frame. It's got the graphite side plates. So apparently this is not plastic, instead graphite, which is way awesomer because it's way more durable. And it has a cool magnetic brake system on it. The max, so I'm going to show you guys the line I have on now. So I show you guys the rod, show you guys the reel. Let's get on to the line. This is the line I put on my Abu Garcia Black Max here, and this is 10 pound 100% fluorocarbon made by Berkeley. This is called Berkeley Vanish. There's also Berkeley Trilene, which works just as well, but I found this at Walmart as well. This was $17 for line, and so it was quite astounding to me. I'm glad that I got it because it's way better than monofilament. And if you guys are using monofilament, remember that you guys do have a better chance of losing fish, and in the end you're going to have to pay for that about that same price because you're going to be respooling it way more often because you don't want to be traumatized like I was. Just yesterday at the pond, found a big 5-pounder. I think he was the exact same one I caught earlier this year with the Panther Martin. He just likes to swim around. He doesn't really bite anything I throw. So that's why I was like, let's try my tube jig rig. And I have a previous video on that I think you guys should watch. Cast it out there. He swam straight down toward it, bit it, and I set him perfectly. And right as I set him, 5 seconds later, he does this little roll and snaps my line. 10-pound mono line broke on a 5-pound. That was because mono absorbs water, unlike fluorocarbon and braid. When mono absorbs water, it will dry, and then after it dries, it becomes less strong. It becomes brittle. It's like weak. And so even if it's 10 or even 20 pounds, it's going to be way less strong than your fluorocarbon, which will last longer in the end. It's clear. It's virtually invisible underwater. And there's lots of benefits. If you guys get like the little typical smaller package that only has 250 yards on it, you guys can see all the details on the back of the box that tell you all about fluorocarbon. It's the most professional kind of line to use. It's the nicest kind of line to use, and that's why it's the most expensive. But 10-pound up to 15-pound if you guys are bass fishermen or something like that, you really don't want to lose your fish, even though this is 15 or 10-pound test and can probably bring in a 20-pounder if you had make sure you're adjusting drag constantly during the fight. But this has an 18-pound max drag here, which is really all you should need for bass fishing and most of trout fishing. So great beginner reel, and mainly I'm saying beginner because it's more affordable, not because it's less professional. There's nothing different about this reel than a professional lose reel that costs way more for about, I would say, some of the same qualities. I know this might not last as long, or I don't know. I'm not like a expert on lose reels, but I really think that I really had to talk about this today, and I know I haven't uploaded it for a couple days, and that was because I was looking for something cool to talk about, maybe a really cool deal, and that's exactly what I found, and I'm glad that I found that for you guys because this setup here is also one of the coolest looking. As you guys can see, it's got that little banding on the ugly stick, and then it's got like this thing going all the way up, and it's like really cool. The red and black with the red and black pole, it almost fits together like so nicely. So I think that covers it, you guys. The Abu Garcia Black Max reel. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you guys want me to do something next, if there's something you guys want to, like any video requests, definitely let me know in the comments. Really, I'm totally open to interpretation, all that kind of stuff. As far as like if there's something I didn't mention about this, let me know in the comments as well. Something you want to know about this, I'll definitely research for you guys and find out. I think that's going to wrap it up today, guys. I hope this video was helpful. I hope this video might have helped solve the problem, which was normally when you buy a cheaper reel, you get what you pay for. I hope that changed that a little bit, sort of revolutionized it. And I feel like this reel does the perfect job in revolutionizing it, as well as our friends at Shakespeare who make affordable baitcaster rods. Because normally those are also expensive. If you get one by a luge, you can get up to $100 or more for just the rod. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.